Keeping safe, sound and well. Right there, each and every one of you. So yes, been busy in the background. Hello Gerard, how are you? Hope you're keeping well, Gerard. Just moving stuff out of the road, fixing this up. Hope you're well. I am good, thanks very much. I am indeed. Hello Joanne, thank you very much Joanne. Hope you're all keeping safe and well and warm out there. And tell you what friends, be very careful out there. There's a large amount of COVID cases here in Newry at the moment. And I was talking to a friend of mine today that had it. And she told me the whole family got it. So it's, let me see, 25 now dead and 1,606 cases. Unbelievable, Gerard. Yeah, I met a friend of mine today, bless her, and she told me the whole family had it. And she was still struggling to breathe. So please be careful out there. Please be careful. Try, you know, if you can, wear a face covering, get the hand sanitizer on, then wash it off when you come home. This is quite frightening, and this lady she's still frightened, honestly. She's still frightened. She thought she was going to die. So you have to be very, very careful, friends. And this good friend of mine, the whole family had it. Unbelievable. So just make sure you follow the guidelines and keep back from 2 meters from everybody, and do indeed try and wear a face covering. You know, it's frightening. It is frightening. I tell you what, Joanne, I know this lady a very, very long time, and I could see the fright in her face. I could see, even though she was wearing the face covering, I could see the fright in her eyes, the way she explained how she was struggling to breathe and everything like that. So it's absolutely shocking. Good morning, Paddy Ruddy. How are you doing? Keep safe there all. We're doing our best. I met an old friend of ours today, Susan Lennon. Good evening to you. Hope you're keeping well. And just saying, I met an old friend of ours today, bless her, and she told me the whole family had COVID-19, and they live in Newry. And I know this lady a very, very long time, and her husband. And believe me, even though she was wearing her face mask, she was still struggling to breathe. You could see the mask going in and out, and she was going like that. So there's how it affects you. Good evening, Jerry Graham. How are you? And Jerry, I hope Lauren had a fantastic party. Bless him. And there's the lovely Susan Lennon on too. Yes, we're just talking about the COVID here. The COVID here in Newry. The spread of the COVID here in Newry is absolutely out of control, and there's lots of people who've died with it recently. So deepest condolences to all those people, all the families that are affected. I'm actually going to a funeral tomorrow. I lost a dear friend of mine, so deepest condolences to the Matthews family. My good friend Jim. So sorry to hear the bad news. And last year Jim got a double lung transplant in Newcastle over in England. I was doing well up until recently. And then bless him, he got the COVID and he's getting buried tomorrow. So there you go. Very, very sad. No deaths here in Bacolod City since before Christmas, as we are doing something right. Lockdown does work. Paddy, honestly, Paddy, I really do agree with you. And thanks for coming on to tell us that, Paddy. That's very valid at the moment. I tell you what, I think I have seen funeral after funeral recently, and I'm not telling you any word of a lie. It's rife here in Newry, and there's a lot of people have contacted. There's a lot of people have lost their lives from it, and as I say, I have to go to a funeral tomorrow. Jim was a gentleman indeed, absolutely. Susan, a lovely, good friend of mine all my life, really. I'm just shocked, basically. When I got the phone call yesterday to say that Jim had passed away, I couldn't believe it. I seen him just before Christmas, wished him a happy Christmas and a happy New Year. Very, very sad. So we're going to pay my respects to Jim tomorrow. So the rest of the people, anybody here in Northern Ireland, please, please, please be very careful. And the lady who I met today that had the COVID, she was actually wearing the gloves, the medical gloves, as well as the face mask and the face covering. So it's, and I could see that poor lady was very, very frightened. She's even frightened yet. The only thing she says, I had to leave the house to come out and get groceries. And some of the family are still recovering. So it's very, very serious at the minute here, especially in Uri at the minute. I think Uri had the highest case, the highest transmission rate. So I don't know, friends, it's frightening. But on another note, keep yourselves hydrated. Very important. So there we go. So now we're going to do a few shout outs, try and brighten ourselves up. So Roland Goodwin, our dear little friend Roland, Charlie McAteer, big shout out to Charlie, and Miles Campbell, big shout out to Miles. Indeed, that's all the younger members of our of the Banter Show community. So they all love the shout outs. And I hope each and every one of you are all keeping safe and well. So just remember, friends, if you have to go anywhere, if you have to go out, get the hand sanitizer on in every store you go to. If wherever you're going to, hand sanitizer on, and just make sure you wash it off when you get home. It's very, very important. Now, we just need to keep you all safe. So we're sending positive vibes to each and every one of you out there as well. And just want to say well done to all the children who are staying at home and being creative and learning or drawing and colouring in. I've got loads of reports of children colouring and getting creative as well. So well done to all the children out there doing that, and well done to their parents, indeed. So there you go. And special shout out to Kylie Mata and little Gianna. Met them today as well, socially distant. So big shout out to you guys, lovely seeing you. And everybody else that I've seen out and about as well. So it's wonderful. And a big shout out to Louis Fern, taking the dog for a big walk and training it up around them. Safely up, all socially distant, him and his daddy. So well done. And Paddy, we're glad to hear that everybody's okay over Bacolod City, and that's wonderful to hear. That's great news. And I don't know, the island of Guernsey. Yes, the island of Guernsey is COVID free, and they're having great fun. The pubs are open. They're all singing and dancing and everything. And hopefully, we can get back to that at some point later in the year. I know St. Patrick's Day is going to be shut down as well. And it makes sense because, as I said, this COVID is going nowhere at the moment. It's actually getting higher here in the north of Ireland. And then the south as well. So the island of Ireland, it's spreading all over the place. So just be extra careful. And because we've got this far. We've got it through near enough a year. And, since the very first lockdown in March. So think about it. We've got this far. So we'll continue to do what we're doing and look after ourselves. And anybody out there that's grieving in the grieving process, we're thinking about you as well, and we're wishing you all a speedy recovery. So there you go, friends. It's coming up to our 10-minute slot. Would you believe that? I don't know, for some reason YouTube goes just like that, very, very fast. And so it's great. Thanks again for all your kind comments, friends. Really very, very kind of you. You're all wonderful, and I wish you all a lovely evening out there, and keep yourselves all warm and safe and sound. And make sure you tell your loved ones that you love them. That's very, very important. Oh, let me see. Jim and gentlemen, indeed. Everyone following the rules was where you are, Paddy. Yes, indeed. Our government had done all this from the start. Yes, indeed, Joanne. Joanne, I didn't see them comments. I'm only have to say them now, so apologies. I agree, Joanne. I Joanne, you know my thoughts on that. The government let this happen, and Boris let it happen too. So let me see. bless. Send them to here, Paddy, indeed. And Pauline, oh, there's Pauline. Let me see now. Sorry about the missing all these. Let me see, no more. Not going. I'm telling you, it's going nowhere. Definitely not Gerard. Susan Lennon. We've got this far. Indeed, we'll just have to keep going. Thank you, Susan, for that. Pauline, thank you for that. Well, it's lovely to see you all. And we'll tell you what we're going to do now. We're going to drop over to Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, we'll give you a shout out. Thanks very much for your kindness. Thanks for all your comments. And remember, friends, if you have to go out, get the hand sanitizer on. Very, very important. And make sure, if you can, make sure you wear a face covering of some description, and we'll all get through it again. Is right, Susan? Indeed. Wholeheartedly agree with you, each and every one of you. So thanks again, friends. We're going to go over to Instagram now. We'll go live. So just want to let you know, love you all. You're all fabulous. Paddy, Ruddy, thank you, Paddy. Gerard, you're all fantastic. So Instagram, here we come. Tony Razor on Instagram. I'm going to go live now in a couple of minutes. Pauline, thanks very much. You're a lady. Right, friends, you know what's coming? It's a big razor, friends. We're out of here.